My journey through stroke is 6 to 8 minutes. Welcome, Sherry.
I was on the pickleball courts. It was September 22nd, 2020. Suddenly, I did a complete face plant. Timber! What was that? I refused help to the ER because I didn't have any symptoms of the massive stroke I was having. No aphasia, no weakness, no drooping. So I begged him off. When I finally made it to the ER, I could see my stroke. 4 big bleeds into my brain. Yikes! Despite my exercise habits, I have a genetic predisposition. My mother had a major stroke at age 50, and one side drooped ever after for the rest of her life. This is a speech about my journey through Strokeland in 3 sections. The first is hospitalization. The second is outpatient rehab and back to the real world. The third is what now? Gratitude and attitude. After my CAT scan, they put me in the ICU for 4 days. Then I went to the neural unit. I could not speak or feed myself. Larry tells me this because I don't remember any of it. I was then moved to a rehab hospital. I remember that. I had therapy for 3 hours every day for a month. This was very hard, but very necessary. The biggest problem I had in the hospital was with the nurses and the food staff. I wish I could forget that. Larry came twice a day at mealtime and would sneak in food. I finally left after a month, still in a wheelchair. When I got home, part number 2. When I got home, I started my outpatient rehab. 3 hours, 2 hours, or 3 sometimes, 3 times a week, and then eventually twice, and then 1. I couldn't drive. Poor Larry. He did all the cooking, all the chores, all the shopping, and all of the driving. He took me to therapy 3 times a week and waited while I had therapy. This was over 80 times. How do you show your gratitude and love for someone like that? I had no idea the breadth and depth of his devotion and love until all this happened. I am so grateful, but I can never repay him. Part number 3 is attitude and gratitude. What now? What do I do with all this? The first thing I do is work really hard to show that I can be fully back, stronger than I ever have been. My physical therapist has given me a boatload of exercises and balance exercises for me to do at home. Some of the balance exercises, which are really good, you put cones around of different colors, and you have an app on your phone that calls out the colors. So you have to tap the cone with the foot at each color: red, green, blue, black. This has been revolutionary, this little app on your phone for getting your balance back. I haven't fallen once, not once, but I'm very careful. Also, I have to give a giant shout out to all the therapists, speech therapists, occupation therapists, but especially my physical therapist. He pushed me as much as he could, but always showed compassion and never pushed me too far. But the main thing I want to do is to figure out all the different ways that I can demonstrate my recovery. The hospital is doing a video of me with proper editing of a speech, about 10 minutes, of the whole journey to demonstrate to prospective patients and new patients what is possible after a massive stroke. But mostly, I just want to figure out ways to give back. It's the attitude of gratitude that has sustained me during this journey through Stroke Land. Madam Toastmaster.